So I spent about 20 minutes last night asking ChatGPT for a list of people in South Korea that have spent the longest time on trial waiting to be sentenced. And I was going to use this and be like, well, I can imagine this guy waiting this long and believing this guy waiting this long, but Johnny Somali's only waiting this long. But after asking me if I wanted them to pull up any cases where someone has waited a very long time before being sentenced, it mentions Johnny Somali without me even asking it to. Johnny Somali has spent so long waiting to be sentenced that the smartest AI in the world is like, hey dog, we don't even know what's happening, and we can tell you anything. But what they can't tell me is why the fuck Johnny Somali is still able to upload content like he isn't facing more than 30 years in jail. I don't want to hear anyone talk about Korea and Japan are being overrun with disrespectful streamers. Well, yeah, because they let it happen. Every time I see a video of a streamer in Japan getting confronted by the police, they are never in charge, and they never speak English. And I'm not saying that because I'm like, everyone needs to learn English, but when you have an ongoing problem that doesn't just stop at streamers but also tourists who are being disrespectful, you would think they would have some people who can be like, hey, you wouldn't do this in America, so don't do it here. But no, it's always them yelling at you in Korean or whatever they speak, while the American is like, I'm sorry, over and over, until they just decide not to do anything because of how hard the language barrier is going to make everything if they get arrested. Like, as simple as getting arrested for something as trespassing is, imagine trying to explain yourself in a language you don't even know. You're gonna be like Peggy when she was arrested in Mexico.
Su Pudenor. Yo poder ver que usted ser cabalo razonable.
Now, because of who Johnny Somali is, he has only been able to stream on the lower tier streaming sites like Rumble and Party. I think most recently he was streaming on something called PowerChat.live. Regardless, after realizing that even his fans are like, yeah, we're not going to Party, he went back to YouTube. I'm gonna be a little tattletale here and let y'all know that this guy needs to be reported for ban evasion. He was banned from YouTube twice after he posted a video of him dancing on a statue that symbolizes victims of sexual slavery. Not to mention the statue itself is depicting a 15-year-old girl, but this new channel was made 2 months after the second ban. So just so you know, the report button is right there after you click see more. It's right there. It's right there, and all you gotta do is just. But for about 5 months now, Johnny has been posting videos to his channel, trying to keep his malignant tumor of a career going for as long as possible before the inevitable finally happens. When is that? Not even that diabetic owl knows. He says he does, but then he just eats the fucking lollipop. But because Korea doesn't punish him for what he does right away, and instead just adds on charges, only prolonging his sentencing, he sees that as his only way to stay out of jail. Like, just when they were about to sentence him the first time, they were like, hold on, now we got these deep fake charges. And then when they were ready with that, they're like, well, he made a mess in the store and he was also drunk, so now we gotta add on those charges. And then when they were ready again, they were like, well, now he's spreading North Korean propaganda. And that hasn't been done in like fucking 50 years, so now we're gonna have to add on those charges. And then when they had those charges ready, they're like, so you're not gonna believe this, but he was in a place filled with children and then started playing inappropriate noises through his phone. Oh, come on! Let's just him Gangnam Style. Let's Gangnam Style with his brains all over the wall. Gangnam Style. And then do We'll bring in Psy to him Gangnam Style. But like, as of right now, unless the Korean courts are actively looking at his channel, then they need to move this shit along, because he can be charged with a number of things in every video he has uploaded so far. And 30 years is more than enough, even if he gets half that, or even just a 5-year sentence. With how fast social media is moving, not uploading for 5 years is like 15 years in today's time. And he's not someone like Vitaly, who has this cult following just waiting for him to be released. People are watching him in the hopes that he gets arrested. That's what his main appeal is at this point. People are only watching his streams in the hopes that they will see him get arrested and will be able to say that they saw it live. But this first video shows just how pathetic Johnny's life actually is. Now, mind you, he has no friends other than this guy Hank, who is a white supremacist despite being 100% Asian. But this video is titled Johnny Somali Gets Harassed by Korean Police, when all this really is a video of him trying to impress these high schoolers because he is that much of a loser. Like, he calls these kids over because he needs to use their speaker to play music, and you can tell these kids are like, hell yeah, a streamer is asking us for help? So they walk over and they start setting up these flags on the ground, and when they see what they needed their speaker for, all of them have the same look of regret on their face.
Hey, I need your help. Can you come here? We need help. We need somebody. Music. Can someone play music? Come on. We're from America. Bigo, come on. I told you they can help us. All right. Just translate to them Korean what you want them to do. They're gonna help you. We need to make flags. Help us. We're brainwashing these niggas. I'm giving them the YouTube channel. You have YouTube open? I'm gonna give it to you, and you give it to all of them, okay? Cameraman, protect, protect. Which door? Somali. 2, 3. Alright, amazing. Look at that. You gotta be happy. Thank you so much, my Korean. Everybody, good job, everybody, all the Koreans.
This kid's like, yeah, this is the last time I let a black guy use my shit, dog. All of them were like, were we supposed to laugh at that? Or like, what the fuck was he doing? That was the gayest thing I've ever seen be done in Korea. And they have their own pride parade, but that little Sailor Moon pose Hank hit was so homoerotic, I almost got turned on. But another video he uploaded was this one where he was trying to be like Kanye, only this gives off the same vibe as when SpongeBob tried to rob a bank rather than a Kanye parody, not in the sense that they look the same, but more so how stupid both of them are.
I have a dream that the war against famous black men will end. I have a nightmare that the only crime that turned previous heroes like Ye, P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and Johnny Somali into villains was their melanin.
Now you're probably like, did he just compare himself to P. Diddy and Bill Cosby? Yeah, he likes to compare himself to Epstein too, because he thinks the shock value alone will make him go viral, not realizing that comparing yourself to an infamous pedophile doesn't make us go, you guys just don't get the joke. He was saying that ironically.
I'm on the most demonic shit tonight. I'm Jeffrey Epstein. I'm P. Diddy. I'm the next reincarnation of everybody evil.
Calling yourself Jeffrey Epstein ironically is like registering yourself as a sex offender for the laughs. He also has this video titled, First Time in Korea and Chaos Begins, when really the chaos is him just reinforcing black stereotypes to people who already have a negative bias about you people. What do you mean, you people? I mean black people.
I'm so sorry, I'm so loud, you know, big black lip, black eye, big black lips, sorry.
And then for the rest of the video, all he does is buy some beer or whatever, and then tries to chug it for his chat, only for him to spit everything out like this was his first beer ever.
Shit is like holy water. I feel purified.
You can literally see him try to swallow and his body immediately be like, are you fucking stupid? And you want to know what's even funnier about this? He's drinking a lady beer. And you're probably like, what does that even mean? Well, I found this TikTok when I was trying to find out what he was drinking, and the one he got is literally marketed towards women.
Chamiso Original is the original recipe that they use, and it seems like they're marketing this towards men, whereas Chamiso Fresh is a bit of a newer recipe, and Chamiso Fresh seems to be marketed towards women.
This guy can't even handle a lady beer. What a pussy. No, actually, you know what? A pussy would be able to handle this. What a penis. He also has a Johnny Somali classic in that he annoys someone with his text-to-speech. Actually, he does this for 3 videos in a row, but it's all the same thing as before. Loud music, a few bad words in Korean. He mostly gets kicked off the bus because of how loud he's playing the audio rather than what's actually being played. And when they do, you can even see the guy he's with start regretting every decision he has ever made.
Get out.
Get out? Oh, get out. Allah Akbar. Let me tap my money. Oh shit, let me tap my thing. Allah Akbar.
Don't you see he's walking up to you? Like, you know this nigga's walking up to you. Just leave, bro, before this shit happens.
God damn, we got president. It's okay, bye-bye. We just got kicked off the bus, bro. Oh my god.
This is all these niggas want, bro. They just want us to ride the bus and fucking embarrass us. Like, bro, stop being a fucking piece of shit, bro.
Now, I can understand getting kicked off the bus for the prank, had you been able to call like an Uber and be like, I got you, you just got pranked. But Johnny is poor in a country he can't get a job in, so that bus was the only thing keeping them from walking to where they needed to go. But apparently it's way funnier to have to walk to your destination so long as Gonzalez gets a few laughs out of it. Gonzalez is actually Spanish for retarded, but he doesn't stop there. He also, quote-unquote, pays tribute to when he disrespected the Statue of Peace, the statue symbolizing victims of sexual slavery. But all he does is print out this picture of him kissing the statue like this was gonna be a huge problem.
Oh yeah, this might be a problem.
It's funny how much he shows this picture thinking he's going to get in all this trouble. They already charged him for what he did in the picture, and the only people who care about what he did to the picture are the people who are going to prosecute him. Him showing this to people and expecting them to get mad is like people showing us a picture of them pissing on the Statue of Liberty. We're going to be like, dog, how'd you even get there how'd you even get that close? Can you hook me up? Wait, how'd you even, your dick is touching her, oh my god. Like, people in Korea are so timid that even if they felt disrespected by this picture, they wouldn't do anything. Like, the next video right after this is, I asked Korean girls what they think of my comfort woman statue, but this is literally just a shortened version of the video before it, only he thought this thumbnail would get people's attention, even though he showed these two girls' reaction in the last video and they did not give a shit.
Hi guys, you want to look at this photo? Is this a good photo? You like this photo?
No.
No? It's not good?
That's okay.
It's a good photo? Thank you.
Mind you, these are the only girls he asked about the picture because nobody gives a shit. Like, of course he's gonna ask these random people about the picture. I bet he wouldn't do that to a cop or go into the courthouse and show it off. Like, he thinks this is being a badass rebel when it's just pathetic and stupid. Now, with his most recent videos, these are a perfect example showing when he's trying to impress his chat versus him trying to impress the person he's with. Like, him climbing on stuff at a museum is for his chat, pretending to be this normal guy who doesn't compare himself to Epstein and has a middle-aged Asian man pay for everything is only going to work until you bring them home and Hank's sitting there like, so when are we gonna stop us some more flags, bro? Like, the longer it takes him to go to jail only gives him more chances of adding more charges to his case, only making the actual trial last longer than it ever needed to be. Like, if they only give him a year in jail after making us wait this long, we should take South Korea and push it somewhere else. But that's basically what his channel is, guys. Like, you can tell he's trying to go viral by using these clickbaity titles like BTS Jungkook dances at Seoul Plaza. Or like, he has one, I think, that said I show speeds fangirls love me. Or it doesn't even have to be about a celebrity. He has one titled first time seeing a black woman, or I got approached by a Korean intelligence agent, when it's really just some random Asian guy. Again, like I said in the beginning, he should be banned since this account was made a month after he was banned the second time. But unless Mr. Beast says something, then we can all fuck off, I guess. But yeah, guys, until tomorrow. Peace.